welcome to another SuperWonder Adventure. We are here on La Brea in Hollywood. We just went to see Puppet Up. We got some puppets, aren't they cool? They're hot dog puppets. We did the VIP tour. We've been wanting to go to this show for a long time, for like years, and we finally decided to do it. We're so glad we did. We weren't able to film the show. They said no filming the show, but we have a lot of stuff that we filmed from the tour, so come along with us and have some fun. Reminds me of Disney World.
And it has all like the original like Miss Piggy stuff. Because they're production companies.
I loved it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but Fraggle Rock was more.
But see these weird.
A lot of Muppet babies.
Mm-hmm.
1984 to 1991.
I was more like, and I got lost right here.
Yeah, but Fraggle Rock was more.
But see these
For like 35 or 40 years.
Yeah, he just.
Later than.
It's not good.
It's like when this happened one time when we went to Disney. Yeah. So Liz has the
Everyone kind of get into every nook and cranny, so feel free to make yourself at home. Please take photos and videos of the puppets. Please do not touch the puppets.
Wow.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to talk while you guys mill about and take your photos and videos because I don't want to get in the way of you doing that. I am going to close this mailroom door like I said because that should not be open. Welcome to the Jim Henson Company. Really exciting, so welcome. This lot is over 100. Yeah, my favorite photo though on our gallery wall honoring Charlie Chaplin is that one all the way on the right that shows snow on the Brea. Could use some of that today, although it's going to be really cold later, so who knows.
Right.
The best we can hope for is hail, maybe. So like I said, photos and videos are allowed. Has she's a great example of where the well things are, Carol, up there, of something that happens to puppets as they age, something that happens to me in the Santa Ana winds also. It's this thing called toasting. As they get older, puppets kind of start to disintegrate and they fall apart like burnt toast. So don't touch them. just to, admire closely and from afar with you don't know actual physical touch. So we have, like I said, Carol from Walmart, there's Dino from the Flintstones, I know, surprise, it's right there. All the way in our crystal film. And up here, and summer might be over, but Brats of the Lost Nebula are still here. That's those little guys on the wall. Has anyone seen Brats of the Lost Nebula? They're turned into a live action film on Lifetime. I'm not sure which streaming service owns Lifetime right now, but it's like just in time for Thanksgiving right now. So I'm like, everybody watch Turkey Hollow. It's really, really cute. These little monsters are kind of the focal point of that movie, and they're so cute. So I'd love to point them out and do a little shout out for Turkey Hollow. Underneath Carol, you'll notice that there's a vault door. Feel free to pull on it. Nothing crazy will happen, I promise. But you'll see how actually really heavy it is. Yeah. So Charlie Chaplin used that vault to store his film negatives, as well as his hat, cane, and shoes. So if there's ever a fire, his most prized possessions would be safe back there. Has the A&M Records logo on it now because in previous to Henson, A&M Records occupied this lot. Obviously, it's open air now, so it's not a functioning vault anymore, and we keep printer paper back there now. Most prized possession. And over here is a sampling of just a few of the awards Jim Henson Company has earned over the years. We've got Emmys, Golden Globes, Sounding Awards, Hollywood Walk of Fame stars for Jim Henson and Kermit the Frog. Here might be the most rare award. It's Jim Henson's Disney Legends Award, which is only awarded every other year to significant contributors to the Disney legacy. And our puppeteer still is what's crazy. The Henson digital puppetry system, for example, 4 performers, puppeteers, have their arms in these huge rigs, and they're doing the facial puppeteering of these characters and the voice, and then on the stage, the Henson way. So please continue to take as many photos and videos as you'd like. Here, if you have any questions, like he's plush, but it looks like just the gold man. I learned what a Christopher Award was last night. Someone asked me what. And I was like, wow, that really does feel like Jim Henson. So I was like, oh,
You're blocking it.
Right there.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't realize that. You can sit with him. You can follow me outside if you're not.
What?
Did you get the hook?
Yeah.
Me and the hook.
Executive cottages along La Brea are called the cottages because what a cute name. And that's where the executives sit, Lisa Henson, Brian Henson, but everybody else primarily is Bob. And Kermit, if you're a Disney Parks fan, you might recognize him from the old marquee of Muppet Vision 3D at Disney's California Adventure. I call it Disney's California Adventure because it had the apostrophe S at the time that Muppet Vision existed. It's now Disney California Adventure. So when they closed that attraction, Kermit came home here, which is amazing because he fits perfectly here. And what's exciting is we get to go inside Bob! Yay! There are some stairs, so take it slow if you need to. Be very careful, they're a little slippery. If you can't do stairs, we're only going to be up there for like 7 minutes. You can wait for us at the bottom. Do you remember that? So a couple of those props on the way in were from Earth to Ned, which was on Disney Plus until they prematurely removed it from Disney Plus. And then of course, Jonathan Taylor Thomas Pinocchio. We loved him in Fear Him. Mostly.
Okay, now I can see better. Yeah. Yeah.
Go that way? Okay, okay.
I thought she said maybe yes. Okay, okay.
table looks like it comes apart really, really easily. It actually doesn't come apart at all. And this was A&M's table, and they had to leave it here because they couldn't get it out of the room. How they got the Muppet?
Yeah. These are Viking
Sweater.
Yeah. Cute. Rubber ducky.
So this is the one. Jim Henson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down now.
Anymore. It's very dangerous. I don't even know if it could be used anymore. But what an iconic piece of history. And then when Henson moved onto this lot, they briefly used this as the creature shop, but they outgrew it instantly. So now the creature shop is in Burbank, and there's another creature workshop in New York that mostly does the Sesame characters, the Sesame Workshop. And a lot of these buildings, like the barn, like the schoolhouse, house other companies. Like I said, Bob, it's like Jim Henson Company, and then other people are in these little areas, which is why it's important. Like other, sometimes people like go like.
It's selfies.
Yeah, I have a baby. Like a very big.
We did take the doorknobs off so that they are functioning doors and no one will break their ankle. And we did lower the bathroom doors for you, lovely people, so that you won't break your ankles. You are welcome. We're going to sneak around to the front of the recording studio now.
Is this a video?
The Muppets were so good, man. They always do.
I'm Brian Henson. Yeah, thank you. Welcome to the Jim Henson Studio, the famous Charlie Chaplin lot. It was built in 1917 by Charlie Chaplin and his brother. It was his brother's orchard, actually, and his brother said, okay, you can build some film studio thing at the bottom of the property. And so that's the history. And then also on the lot we have the recording studio that Herb Alpert built in 1967. And he set out to build the greatest rock and roll recording studio ever built, and we keep it perfectly the way he built it. And so it's quite an extraordinary place, but part of it is also the security is really intense. And so nobody can ever come in And it's great fun when we get to do these puppet up weekends, because this is normally a shooting stage, as you can imagine, and we do motion capture shooting, we do all sorts of different types of shooting in here, and then this incredible crew comes in and transforms it into a theater so that we can do puppet up shows, which we're doing this weekend, next weekend. And but it's just great for us to be able to open up the gates and let people come in, and we're like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. The gates only open occasionally, and it's just really fun to let people come and see this great historic lot that we love so much and we love sharing with people. So thank you for coming. And I'm going to ask you, do just a little bit of market research with me. Jim Henson, sophisticated market research. How many of you, by show of hands, how many of you have seen the show before? Hands. Okay, yeah, a lot of you. Well, great, thank you. And thank you for coming back. Those of you who haven't seen the show, you'll see every performance is a different performance. It's very highly affected by the audience and the suggestions, and it's also a different cast to every show. So it's a great show to come and see again and again. Okay, so more market research. How many of you bought tickets because a friend highly recommended the show to you? Show of hands. Okay, a lot of you. Great. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, and then how many of you, by show of hands, bought tickets because you saw our excellent social media advertising campaign? Okay. All right. Okay, it did something. It's a very hard... It's a very hard show to explain to people because it's very unique. You're about to see a very unique show. And so it's really word of mouth is the strength. And so if you love the show, please do recommend it to your friends because that's the way we fill our audiences. Again, it's just a very hard thing to advertise. It's an improv puppetry show for adults. Wow, that sounds fantastic. It's not the way people instinctively react. So, but it is a fantastic show, so please do tell your friends. And specifically, this weekend and next weekend. So my producing partner and I are very careful about where we schedule our Puppet Up performances. So we're like, well, Halloween's here, Thanksgiving is here, Christmas is here. These will be the perfect weekends. We completely forgot that there would be a distracting event that would be happening 4 days before our first performance. And kind of distracted everyone. So we actually have a lot of seats still available for next weekend also. So if you love the show, come back and see it next weekend. Or if you love the show, please tell your friends because it would be lovely to get more audience in. And in fact, these are all the things that you can find us on, that you can recommend to friends finding us. But then we also have a QR code. And this is how you get on our email list. So you can photograph this right now if you want. This just gives you a direct link to our email list so that you put your email address on our list. And I promise we don't sell the list, we don't do anything with it other than to tell you when there'll be Puppet Up performances. And so that's really the way people find out when the shows are on. So so that's the QR code. And but then for the show, let me just say, with cameras and video in general, please no photography or videos during the show. It's not really so much for us. It's just that it's a flat seating environment. If you hold up a phone.
I'm about red wine, I love you right from the start. Okay, there's a little bit of a line like that.